Second point in today's topic for discussion is open market operations, OMO, which refers to the buying and selling of government securities and bonds by the central bank from and to the general public and banks. Buying and selling of the government securities and bonds by the central bank from and to the public, general public and banks. During excess demand, the central bank starts selling government securities in the market. The resources of commercial banks commercial banks are reduced and they are not in a position to lend more to the business community. This reduces the investment and aggregate demand. During deficit demand, the central bank starts buying or purchasing securities from the open market. Those who sell receive payments by checks from the central bank. The money flows out from central bank into the commercial banks. This raises lending capacity. This raises lending capacity of commercial banks. The reserves of the commercial bank are raised and they lend more thus investment, output, income and AD rise, which reduces the deflationary gap. Now, children, like I said, these are important topics because over the years a question like this came. Explain the concept of excess demand in macroeconomics, and also explain the role of the open market operations in correcting it. So you see how open market operations are used for correcting the credit control in the market. So you have to first begin by stating what is open market operations: the buying, purchase and sellings of government securities and bonds. By whom? Who does this? By the central government, or sorry, not central government, central bank, and to the general public and banks. Then when there's a situation of excess demand, what do they do? They start selling. Who starts selling? The central bank starts selling out all these government securities in the market. So the commercial banks are reduced. How? Because people take money from the commercial banks to purchase all these things. So the resources of the commercial banks are reduced, and then they are not in a position to lend more to any more business community. Only that much which is there, they are able to do. So what does this do? It reduces the investment and aggregate demand. That is when there is excess demand. What happens when there is a decrease in demand? That is, there is a deficit demand. This is what the question asked you. What happens during what do you call decrease in demand, and how does the open market operation correct this? Now, during deficit demand or deflationary gap, okay, the central bank starts buying and purchasing all the securities from the open market. Now, those who are what you call those who sell, how do they get their money? They get them in the form of checks from the central bank. Now this money flows from the central bank into the commercial banks. This raises again the lending capacity of the commercial banks. So the reserves of the commercial bank increase, and when the reserves of the commercial bank increase, they are able to lend more, and that's why investment, output and income rises, which reduces the deflationary gap. This is the answer to the question which was asked. Explain deflationary gap and how open market operations can be used to correct the deficit part. If it is not asked only deficit part, if it is asked how to correct this, okay, then you have to mention both excess as well as the deficit. Okay, now we come to the third, cash reserve ratio, CRR. This is the next tool used for correcting credit control. What is CRR? Write down. CRR is the ratio of the bank deposits that a commercial bank has to keep with the central bank. Children, understand this. When we as the public go to deposit our money in the commercial bank is not permitted to keep all the money with itself. The central bank gives it a certain ratio, telling it that of all the money collected, this percentage has to be kept with us. This is termed as CRR, cash reserve ratio, a ratio of the bank deposits which the commercial bank has to keep with the central bank. Understood? Now, during excess demand, how is this used as a tool? During excess demand or inflation, the central bank increases the CRR and increase in the CRR has the effect of reducing the bank's excess reserves and thus curtails means reduces, curtails their ability to give credit. In other words, the reserves of the commercial banks are reduced and they lend less. Thus, the volume of investment and AD will decrease. Now, during deficit demand, or deflation, the central bank decreases the CRR. A decrease in the CRR has the effect of increasing the bank's excess reserves and thus increases their ability to give credit. The reserves of the commercial banks are raised and they lend more. So the volume of investment and AD will increase. So you see, children, how this is used as a tool. CRR, it is the amount of deposits which a commercial bank compulsorily has to deposit with the central bank. You know, the central bank is the apex bank, the main bank. They tell the commercial banks that this much of your deposits have to be kept with us. Okay. Now, how does the central bank use this as a tool for correcting excess and deficit? During excess demand, central bank will increase the rate of interest. So now what happens? More money has to be given to the central bank. By whom? Commercial banks. If the rate of interest is increased, the central bank tells the commercial bank, previously you were depositing 5%, now you put into our account 8%. Kitna badha diya? 3. So the money which was with the commercial bank gets reduced. So this reduces the bank's excess reserves, and this curtails, restricts what? The bank's ability. Which bank? Commercial bank's ability to give credit. Previously, they could give more because they were only depositing 5%. They still had more, 95% with them. But now the central bank says no. Instead of 5, you give me 8%. So their reserves are reduced. Because their reserves are reduced, they are able to offer less credit to the public. So what happens when this happens? The volume of investment and the aggregate demand, which is C plus I, reduces. It automatically controlled. Excess demand is controlled. Just the opposite with deficit demand. During deficit demand or during a deflation, what does the central bank do? It reduces the CRR. You were giving me 8%, now you only put it over 4%. I reduced it. More money with the commercial banks at their disposal. Because they have more money with them, they are able to offer more to the public. Okay, and thus investment and AD will increase. Understood? So this is how CRR is used as a measure of credit control. Fourth, statutory liquidity ratio, SLR. What is SLR? Every bank is required to maintain a fixed percentage of its assets in the form of cash or liquid assets called SLR. Okay, so every bank has to keep a certain amount of liquid or what do you call liquid assets in the form of ready cash. That percentage is called the SLR. Again, it is dictated by whom? It is dictated by the central bank. Right. During excess demand, or inflation, the central bank increases the SLR. An increase in the SLR has the effect of reducing the bank's excess reserves and thus curtails their ability to give credit. The reserves of the commercial banks are reduced and they lend less. So the volume of investment and AD will decrease. In the case of deficit demand or deflation, the central bank decreases the SLR during deficit demand or deflation. The central bank decreases the SLR. A decrease in the SLR has the effect of increasing the bank's excess reserves and thus increases their ability to give credit. The reserves of the commercial banks are raised and they lend more. So the volume of investment and AD will increase. Okay. I'm afraid I just about have a minute or so left and this will close down automatically. So we'll stop till here, children. Okay. Make sure that you learn these points nicely because any one of them could be asked how these quantitative tools are used to control, how are they used as measures of credit control in the quantitative measures. And these are important from examination point of view. Okay, so we will stop till here. Anyone has any problem? Anyone not understood? Any particular problem before I shut down? Before this shuts down by itself? Anyone? Is it okay, children? Yeah? Let's see all of you. No problems. Okay, then we'll stop till here, and we'll meet again tomorrow with the last point, and then we will take on the qualitative measures. Okay. Okay, then till then, have a nice day, all of you, and stay safe.